Guys, welcome to Guidance. Today, we're going to review the concept of determining the size of your problem. And we're going to do it using these little piles of snow. Get it? Snow problem. Ha ha ha. So let's review first what I'm talking about when I talk about the size of your problem. For each event, for everything that happens to you, you can determine what size that problem is. So the first one we're going to talk about is a small problem. A small problem is one you can solve yourself in almost no time at all. You don't need to ask anyone for help, and usually you don't even need to tell anyone about this problem. It happens, and you have a small reaction or no reaction at all, and you solve it yourself. Okay, so here are some examples of small problems. A colored pencil broke while you were using it. So this is a small problem. It needs a small reaction. So your reaction might be, oops. And then your solution is what? Sharpen your pencil, right? All right, you didn't get to go first in the game. Sometimes I see kids have bigger reactions to this, but an appropriate reaction to that is something like, okay, maybe I can go first next time. Be flexible and use positive self-talk to tell yourself you can go first next time. All right, let's look at some medium problems. Those were small problems. Now, there are also medium problems in our life. Sometimes when we have medium problems, we might need to ask someone else, usually an adult, like a parent or teacher for help. And it usually takes a little bit longer to solve these medium problems and maybe one or more people. Okay, you might have a medium-sized reaction to these problems then. Here's an example of a medium problem. You scraped your knee and it's bleeding. Okay, you might cry a little bit. You might need to say, ouch, once. Okay, we don't need to laugh. We don't need to be hysterically crying about it. Okay? And you might, to solve that problem, go to the nurse's office to get a Band-Aid. How about maybe you forgot your lunch at home? You might whine a little bit. You might feel frustrated and angry at yourself. This problem can also be solved. Ask a teacher or Mrs. Meneses or your secretary at your school to help you, right? So, small, medium. Now, big problems. Look at this big fatty snowball guy. It is rare that we have big problems in our life. Right now, we are having some big problems in our world called coronavirus, right? Coronavirus is a big problem that has interrupted a lot of things that we do in our life. A big problem is rare to come across. It's when you need help from big helpers like a doctor, firefighter, policeman, hospital people. These problems might take quite some time to solve. It would be expected and okay to have a big reaction. Now, coronavirus, there's nothing we can really do about it except do all we can to keep ourselves safe, right? Now, if you, for example, broke your leg, you might scream and cry in pain. You need to go to the emergency room and get an x-ray and a cast. If it happened at school, we might call an ambulance. Big problem. If you had a house fire, an appropriate reaction would be screaming, crying, and running away. Call 911, and the police and firemen need to come and try to save your house and make sure they can save the people in it. Do you see the difference in the size of these problems? It's quite a difference. All right, so here are some examples. Let's try to decide if we think these problems are big, medium, or little problems. You took your little sister ice skating today. She doesn't skate well. She fell face first onto the ice. She knocked out her front tooth, and now her mouth is bleeding everywhere. There are some clues in there, you guys. Bleeding. That's a clue. We're going to call this a big problem. Yep, knocked out. Somewhere between medium and big. Do you need a grown-up's help? Yep, you do. All right. Problem number 2. The weatherman said there's a good chance of snow overnight. You are sure school will be canceled, but when you wake up, it didn't snow at all. Now, my friends, while I admit this will be quite disappointing to you, guess what? It's a small problem. We don't need the ambulance. Thank goodness. Your best friend invites you to go ice skating with her family today. You are excited and a little scared because you don't know how to ice skate. Hmm. What do you think? Small? Medium? Do you need help? Can you solve it yourself or do you need a grown-up? I'm going medium because you might need a grown-up to help you so you don't hurt yourself. That could be between small and medium. Whatever you think. You worked really hard on building a snowman yesterday for the contest today. Overnight, someone took the carrot nose off your snowman and put it on his bottom and made it a tail. Pretty obnoxious and rude of somebody to do. But what do you think? Small problem. I think small problem. I think small problem because you can take that carrot out of that snowman's bottom, put it back in his nose. Small problem. All right. You see your elderly neighbor walking to the mailbox and they slip and fall. They are crying and asking for help. Everybody say it with me. Big problem. Laying down in the driveway, you see them slip. Call 911, please. You're crying for help. Scary. So here are some reactions that we could have to those problems. Starting at 1, which is an appropriate reaction for a small problem. You're happy and calm. You're feeling relaxed. Okay. Maybe a 2 could still be a small problem, like when it didn't snow at all, when you wanted to have a day off of school, but it didn't snow at all. You might feel sad, disappointed, and tired. 2. Ooh, 3. We're getting into medium problems here. I forgot my lunch, or I don't know how to skate. Annoyed, irritated, or worried, but still in control of your body. Yep, makes sense. 3 and 4, medium problems again. Starting to get frustrated, scared, or upset. Your body's starting to feel tense. Medium to large problems. And then a really big problem when you feel really angry, very upset, or frightened, and you're kind of running and screaming and out of control. Okay, those are appropriate reactions to small down here at 1, medium, 3 and 4, and big problem, number 5. Okay, so let's look at these problems again and see where we would put them. You took your little sister ice skating today. She doesn't skate well. She fell face first on the ice. She knocked out her front tooth. Remember this one? I think let's put it, I don't know, somewhere here. Between 4 and 5. Her mouth is bleeding everywhere. That's kind of scary. I got to go with that. Weatherman said there's a good chance of snow overnight. You're sure school will be canceled when you wake up and it hasn't snowed at all? Disappointing? Yep, disappointing. So I'm going to go here. Did you guys notice that the 1 is green, like your green zone? Your best friend invites you to go ice skating with her. Remember, you don't know how to ice skate. This one here. You might be a little bit worried about not knowing how to ice skate. So I'm going to say that's a 3. Kind of right in the middle is a good reaction for that. You worked really hard on building that snowman. This one's tricky because you're going to be sad or disappointed, right? You're not happy and calm. I mean, you could be. You just stick it back in his nose. So you could be between these 2. I'd like you to not get too irritated or annoyed. Okay, because it's just a carrot and a snowman. You see your elderly neighbor walking to the mailbox, slip and fall. They are crying and asking for help. Woo! You could be upset, frightened about that one. Scared, upset. Totally. I'm going with that. Okay, so your assignment in Seesaw is to make up a problem or think about a problem that you've had and circle for me what the appropriate reaction is going to be for that problem. Okay? Awesome, guys. I will see you soon. I hope everybody has a great day.